Hi, hello, and welcome to episode 16 of the Knitting Esquire, a YouTube channel all about my crafting, primarily knitting adventures. I have been craving some sewing lately, so hopefully this weekend or next weekend I can find a few minutes to get some new project bags done. My name is Candace. You can find me over on Instagram as Candace Sue ESQ Knits and over on Ravelry as the Knitting ESQ. I have so much to share today. A few finished objects, a handful of whips, and some awesome procurements that I cannot wait to cake up. Um, so I guess I will start off by saying there will be another video coming here shortly, probably in the next couple of days. My yarn winder broke. Actually, it didn't really technically break. It basically started to catch fire. Um, and with all of this, that would have been a very, very bad situation. So I scoured the internet and decided that there's not a lot of reviews out there on the different types of yarn winders that are available for us. And so I took it upon myself to purchase a handful of yarn winders that I will conveniently return after I decide which one is the best one for me. But in the meantime, I thought I would do a short channel episode on reviewing those yarn winders and what I preferred versus maybe some of the reviews that they had received. I started with maybe the $11 range up to I think it was like maybe $80. I know that there are a handful of winders out in the universe that are beautiful, and I actually looked at and considered purchasing one, but my heart could not bring me to break the bank to purchase it. While I don't necessarily consider knitting just a hobby for me because I do it so often, and I do believe that having the proper tools and nice tools is also what makes your hobby enjoyable. $300 to $600 for a yarn winder was really tough for me. So I steered away from those, and I will review the more average priced yarn winders that I feel are probably in the spectrum of most people's budgets. Um, so that will be coming shortly. Look forward to that. If you are subscribed to my channel and you have the bell, you will receive notifications. If you're not, do that now. YouTube really likes that, but that will also give you an alert in the future when new episodes and side episodes, or I guess videos, are posted. And one last administrative thing, I heavily considered doing a Vlogtober, but decided that with as busy as my life gets to be and as monotonous, or I guess repetitive my schedule is, I don't know that you really want to see what I do every day. So I figured what I would try to do is make sure to get a post up every Friday in the month of October just to check in. I will go into my whips and explain where this feeling came from. If you aren't following me on Instagram, you haven't seen what I've been posting, but I am doing a daily countdown to Halloween, and I'm enjoying it. And that was a last minute random decision, which I often find myself doing. So without further ado, let's dive right into some finished objects. I am going to be a bad podcaster today. I am on a bit of a time crunch, and I really don't feel like switching over socks onto the one set of sock blockers that I have. So I will just show them as they are. These ones I had actually already given away. I found them in the drawer and stole them back to show you. They were a whip on the last episode. These are the Beware of the Whomping Willow socks. Oh, they match. Um, this was done. I did not bring my notebook. Let me go grab that real quick. I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. Helps to have this in front of me when I'm trying to tell you the stats on my socks or my projects. They're all socks today. Gave that away. These are on the Freckled Whimsy base, her Splendid base. And this is her 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon base. I knit these on a US 1, my Addy Turbo Rockets 9-inch circulars. That's typical, what I always do. And again, the name of this colorway is Beware the Whomping Willow. It was part of her Harry Potter or her Magical Mischief Club, which she's no longer doing. I was sad about it too. Sorry. Uh, I started these on August 11th and finished them on September 6th. And I'm such a bad podcaster, I don't even remember. This would have made pair number 25 for 24 in 2024. And this was done after Somerset Camp, even though I started them during Somerset Camp, so I didn't get points for that. But pair number 25 for 24 in 2024. And the next project I have to show are my other pair. Those were also just plain old vanilla socks by the Crazy Sock Lady. And so is this next pair. This is, I don't even think I shared these on the last episode. These are the Night Shade Society and also done by Freckled Whimsy. This is from Wednesday, the Netflix series. And I just love the colors. It screamed fall and Halloween. And so I used the mini for the heel and the cuff. Also knit on US 1s, my Addy Turbo Rockets 9-inch circulars. This is the vanilla sock pattern on 9-inch circulars by the Crazy Sock Lady. 50 stitches because that's what fits my foot best. And I started these on September 5th, finished them on September 14th, and this makes pair number 26 for 24 in 2024. And pair number 2 for this episode. And normally that's all I would have. However, like I said, I really got sucked into socks. I have a third pair. This yarn is Night Owl Fibers. It is her Barn Owl sock base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon base. And I actually knit this as part of the Knit People Knit make along by Leah. And I will post the little thing in the description box down below, the hashtag. It's over on Instagram. You can follow all of the makers that are doing Gilmore Girls based projects, but this yarn way particularly is called Dragonfly Inn, which is Lorelei's inn on the show. And I feel like if maybe I backed up just a little bit, there you go. I changed it up and I actually did the heel toe dosey dough pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady, also on my US 1, Addy Turbo Rockets, 9-inch circulars. And the heel I chose, I think this was a Freckled Whimsy mini from a different set. I just thought it went well with the theme of the sock here, and added it in. I started these on September 14th and finished them on September 26th. And this made pair number 27 for 24 of 2024. And this also makes the final finished objects for the episode. So as you can see, I was just a little bit busy and sock crazy, which is great. So cozy. Okay, so why don't we scoot on over into whips? I have a few. I got a little bit cast on crazy. Mind you, I'm supposed to be working on my my shawl for the state fair, and I bought the beads. I went ahead and I went with like a light pink mixture, so I think that's gonna look beautiful. I just haven't gotten the motivation to start beading and lace stitching. So my goal at some point in the month of October is to pick that back up and get through a good chunk of the next section. Um, mind you, I have until like the end of December, beginning of January to get this done. So I'm trying to give myself some time windows so that way I am not burning myself out too much. So I will not talk about that anymore for this episode, but that's where it stands. The last time I showed you is where it sits currently. So I didn't feel like I needed to show you no progress. I need a drink. I love these mugs. This is Pottery by Paula. I have two of them. This is like a cauldron, which is so perfect for right now. And it keeps your coffee so nice and warm. Okay, project number one is a pair of socks. Are you surprised? Probably not. It is Living in My Bag by Robin Z. Nests. And it is also the yarn by Mama Jess Knits, which goes with the bag. And this is her Harvest Haunts colorway, which is amazing. It is so perfect for fall. I love, like, I don't even know that this does this proper justice, but look at the amazing speckles in this yarn. And it almost looks from far away like it's just a cream color, but now when you see it up close, you get those like variations underneath of the speckling with the gray and like the light, almost like a pink and a yellow, and it is just amazing. So I should have finished this. I literally have like 6 rounds left to finish off this toe. And then I would have had a hoe instead of a whip. But I started these on September 26th, and the only reason they're not done is you'll see the other things I've been working on. So I posted a few times on Instagram some progress of this because I had made this my knitting in the car on the way to Tampa. We had like 3 games in a row to go to for the Bucks, and so this got my fun little football charm here, and this became some football knitting. This is on just her plain sock set, and that is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon base, and that's 463 yards. I am knitting the vanilla socks by the Crazy Sock Lady on 9-inch circulars, US size 1, 56 stitches, standard, basic for me. And that's where I'm at on this project. So hopefully the next time I podcast, I am able to show you a finished pair of socks here. However, I have so much right now. I don't know. That's okay. So the next project, we were supposed to go to, well, we did go to a movie, and I had cast on the project that I just shared with you. And I was like, great, I have perfect knitting for movies. And then I got overzealous and got so far along into them that I was almost ready to start the heel. And I said, well, I can't bring this to the movies. What am I going to do? So while the boys were at their football practice, I decided to cast on another pair of socks so that way I could get through the cuff during that practice and then take the cuff with me to the movie that night. So that's what I did. This is another pair of vanilla socks. Same method, 56 stitches, US 1 Addy Turbo Rocket 9-inch circulars. And this is, actually, I didn't write down the yarn. It is I shared this on a previous episode. I am all over. I'm really sorry if that bothers you. For some reason, I'm kind of having a little bit of bouncing around day. Sorry. This is Gusto wool. I picked this up in South Florida, and I think it was on episode, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10. And it is a fingering weight yarn. It is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It doesn't feel like that to me. This is actually, for superwash merino, this is actually a little bit more rustic, I would say, but not like, not like real rustic. It's like an in between. It's very odd. But anyway, like I said, I cast on and got through the cuff and then made it this far in the movie. It was a short movie. It was really cute. We went and saw My Old Ass. It's really cute. You should go see it. Very well done. And I'm making these as a Christmas gift, so I added a cute little charm from Charmed and Dangerous, which is a little Debbie charm. It's so cute. Um, so I cast these on September 26th, and we went to the movie, and I have knit maybe a few rounds, but not much. So eventually I will make that a finished project. And for some reason, my mind has been very preoccupied with this next whip. I shared it a little while ago. I got sick of the My Little Pony project I was working on for the daily ad, like the July daily thing. I, I want to finish it. I just think I wasn't in the mind space to do something daily. I love the yarn. I love it so much, in fact, that I have decided to go and just start winding it up and using it for the blanket that I had started in between. And I will add the ball of yarn when I'm done with it to the bag where the other project is living, and I will eventually finish up that project. But for now, this is in such a weird place. I'm also in the middle of a square. I'm working on my Cozy Memories blanket, the Coziest Memories. This is the one by Shelley DuPont. And since I last shared it, I think I had maybe these 4 or 3 squares done here. And so I've added the blue, this pink, this orangey yellow one, and obviously this neon-y one that I'm in the middle of, this blue, and this nice little rainbowy funness. And you can really, you could see the sparkle in this, but this is the My Little Pony 31 Day Advent by Yarn Cafe Creations, and I got it, I think it came on the sparkle base, or I got it on the sparkle base, but it is absolutely fantastic. And this project, this scrappy thing, is just bringing me so much joy. I cannot wait to cuddle up with it. So that's kind of where I can get like 2 or 3 of these squares done in a day, and so I'm just chugging right along with that. Okay, last but not least, my daily 31 days of Halloween countdown mystery box by Fangirl Fibers. A few had come available and I couldn't resist. I wasn't going to do it. And then I guess I just said, oh well, and started doing it. One of the little goodies that came with it, it's so cute. Um, so it is kind of a fade and it is a mystery. And so I've decided that I'm going to take the leftover skeins of yarn and add them to the Coziest Memories blanket that I'm making. But for the month of October, I am knitting a pair of socks, and I meticulously counted how many rows it takes me to complete a pair of socks for my foot, and I divided that out by 31 because there's 31 colorways in this box. And then I just took that number, and that's how many rounds I'm doing per color. So that should get me a whole sock out of all of the colors. This is where I'm knitting them in tandem on two 9-inch circulars. And so this is where we are at. And it is so cute and purple, like Sully and Boo. So I decided to use, so it also came with some charms. And so here is Sully. Oh, don't mind all my little light bulb stitch markers there. So when I start counting rows, but there he is. And then similarly, I have added Boo. There she is to this colorway, the sack. And so I have a feeling that we should be getting into some Mike Wazowski, maybe some Roz, maybe some Celia. Um, I can't imagine that we won't get into some of the stuff behind the scare doors. And with that being said, I decorated my cute little project book. It came with some fun stickers. So I added that to my notes here. Now you can see how I set this up. Actually, I'll show you a more finished one too. So when I finish it, I also have this like really cute little sticker picture printer. And so I always finish them with the yarn and a picture. And so this is kind of how my project book looks. But then throughout the year, it just gets to be fun and a nice memory. So ideas for you. I'm really loving making these socks. It is bringing me so much joy to wake up in the morning and open up a little bag, and I think it's prepping me for some Advent knitting coming up in Christmas time too. I have it in my head that I can do a Vlogmas. I want to. I also don't want to fail if I don't make it happen. So we will see. But those are just some vanilla socks, and I will bring, hopefully, be able to podcast on Fridays and give you updated. If you really, really want to follow me along on a daily adventure, I am posting pictures of the finished colorways every morning. So if you want to see the daily progression until we get to the next podcast, you can find that over on Instagram. Okay. That wraps up my works in progress for this episode. So why don't we go ahead and scoot on over to procurements? I have a few. It was birthday month in September. Let me preface there. I treated myself very well. If it's birthday month, does it count? You tell me. Okay. Monthly purchase of my Owl yarn by Goosey Fibers. This is so fall and so fantastic. It's called Ural Owl. Look at that. And the minis. Oh my gosh. It made me want to like take these and knit up a pair of like scrappy stripy socks with them so bad. But I have all of the kits. And so now, I mean, like this alone would be a beautiful, beautiful pair of socks. So I also like really want to take some of those minis and make them into a blanket, which I could do socks and a blanket. Processing it, we'll see. Okay, next. I was really upset at myself for missing Mandy's makings the last time that she had the princess. I can't remember which princess it was, but I feel like it may have been Merida. I don't remember. I wasn't going to miss them anymore. I have set reminders at the beginning of the month to go and purchase the princess. I think today is the last day. If you want the princess yarn from Mandy's Makings, you can go and get that. It's Jasmine. But last month it was Pocahontas. You guys, as soon as I opened up this package, I immediately reached out to Mandy and I told her, like, she is a talented dyer. This is phenomenal. It is beautiful. It is screams Pocahontas. I it's I can't wait to knit something up with this. Probably a pair of socks. Girl, you got yourself you outdid yourself. Okay. Three by the Seas Designs dropped their fall collection, and they also had their mystery yarn from a few months ago. They had posted it, and that came in the mail for the month of, it came at the end of September. So I just recently got that. So I will start with, they may still have some of the fall collection up. Actually, I'm pretty certain they do. I did not see this colorway the last time I looked on their website, but they do have a lot of other good colorways. This is called Monster Mash, and I got it on their Stellina base, which there's their Amelia silver base. It's fingering 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% silver Stellina. And that is a monster party right there. Oh yeah, pick up that Stellina. Yes. Yes. Okay. It's just so great. Okay. And last but not least, sorry. Um, Hocus Pocus. This needs to be my next cast on. This is on their Sanibel base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And I did go ahead and get the little extras. Sometimes they have charms, sometimes they have needle stoppers, sometimes they have both. So, ladies and gentlemen, do you not see all three of the Sanderson sisters in this yarn? It's so fantastic. It is moody, it is bright, it is Halloween, and needle stoppers. I'm so excited. I have so much beautiful yarn to work with. Not that this isn't all beautiful. I love it all so much. It's just art on my wall, which makes me happy every time I walk past it. But I am so excited to work on some of those procurements that came in this month. So, um, I do need to slow down on the yarn. I do have a couple of advents coming up shortly. I am also trying to like clear some mental space. I always do my Amba O'Brien shawl with the, I will do that with the Dragon Horde and Yarn Cafe Creations Advent, which is the final year of Hogwarts. And then I will need to figure out what to do with my Goosey Fibers, the last Winnie the Pooh advent that she's doing, which makes me sad, but I think I'll probably turn it into another sweater. Um, and then I have another Winnie the Pooh like sock. It's like a weekly advent with a sock set. And last but not least, I did the Freckled Whimsy daily stripe advent set of socks. I did those last year. I love them so much. So I thought I would do that this year. And I think I convinced my mom to buy that yarn. She probably forgot about it, but it's coming soon. So she'll have a nice treat in her mailbox too. Um, a little bit of life stuff before I wrap this up for today, to try and get this edited and posted before this afternoon. Things are crazy. School is crazy for the boys. It is a lot lately. I'll leave it at that. They're also very active in their sports. We have we have flag football practice on Wednesdays. We have flag football practice and soccer practice on Fridays. We have tuba and drum lessons on Tuesday nights, and they were playing soccer for school, which had soccer practice after school on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. School soccer just ended yesterday. Thank goodness. That was a lot. On top of that, The boys then have their flag football and soccer games on Saturdays, and my husband and I have picked up the love of golf, so we've been golfing Saturday and Sunday mornings. And the last 3 Sundays, we've had to drive to Tampa to go to the Bucks games. So we have a 2-week break. They played last night and lost in overtime, and I'm so disappointed. Oh, it was a good game. Um, and then later this month we have a cruise. Welcome to my life. So that's why I've been a little intermittent on posting. I'm hoping that this is a good schedule for me to keep up. Um, but it's life, and I'm certain that you get it. So I think that's the bulk of everything for today. Short and sweet, I know. Um, I will catch you up next week on my progress. I'm hoping to have enough progress to, I mean, obviously on the daily one, I will. The other pieces, I probably will, but I just, with life, there was a few days this past week that I did not knit at all. So, other than my daily thing. So, we'll make it work, right? Um, I think that that wraps everything up for me. I hope that you have had an amazing week. I hope your weekend is great if you're watching this on the weekend. If not, I hope your day, your evening, um, is all fantastic and well for you. I hope that you are finding joy in the projects that you are working on, and I will talk to you next week. Have a great week. Don't forget to do all of the things that YouTube likes you to do, like subscribe, ring the bell to get those notifications. I will have a yarn winder breakdown coming up for you shortly, and I will talk to you soon. Happy Friday, happy making. Bye.